Well, I am here with Julia Hebenstreit. She is the executive director for the Kim Foundation. Julia, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you. It's always great to see you, even virtually.
I know, I know. I think the last time we actually, well, we did a virtual, but I know we've been in person several times.
Yeah.
But let's just talk about the Kim Foundation first. What is your mission, and who do you serve in the community?
Absolutely. Yeah. So our mission is to be a supportive resource and compassionate voice for lives touched by mental illness and suicide. And we really serve the entire Omaha metro community, all ages, and even throughout the state of Nebraska as well, really working to engage them around mental health awareness, breaking down that stigma, connecting people to resources as needed, and then saving lives from suicide and really teaching people, empowering them to learn the warning signs, and most importantly, if they identify those in themselves or a loved one, where to connect for help. So those are our main missions there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, I mean, during this time, COVID-19 is unlike any year that we've ever seen before. And it's so important to the mental health of people because it's not, people are dealing with those issues.
Absolutely.
But in this conversation, let's just talk about the holiday season because
Sure.
how can people contribute back end of year activities that you're having? And how can we support the Kim Foundation?
Yeah, definitely. Well, we appreciate the opportunity to be able to share this message and get that out into the community because there are a lot of ways that people can engage with the foundation and help us further our mission. So just a couple, we will be participating in Giving Tuesday on December 1st, which will be here very quickly. And so that will be an opportunity. Unfortunately, we're seeing an increase in youth suicides in our community this year. And so we're tying some of our giving campaign to that so that we can help further the message of youth suicide prevention throughout the community and hopefully save some lives here during this holiday season and beyond. We also are having an educational piece, a town hall on December 10th that anyone is welcome to attend. It's a free event virtually, and we'll be talking about suicide prevention, resources available in mental health during the pandemic and the importance of that. And then also as the holidays approach, and we know this year's going to look different than any other year we've seen, still focusing on that importance of connecting with loved ones and making sure they're doing okay, making sure you're doing okay, even if the way that you connect is different this year. And so we have a panel of providers and professionals that are really going to provide some tools and useful resources for people in the community. So that's December 10th. And then also our More Tomorrow's suicide prevention campaign, people can donate toward that to help us further that message. And it's a data-driven public awareness campaign focused on suicide prevention that is multifaceted and reaches people from 10 years old up into 95. And so there's different ways to get involved with that, even if it's just to help us spread the message on social media, or if you're able to financially contribute, that's something as well. So there's a way for anyone who's interested in suicide prevention and saving lives from suicide in our community to get involved.
Yeah. Why do you think there's so much youth suicide right now?
Yeah, it's hard to say in terms of compared to where we were last year. We are unfortunately double the deaths that we in the youth population than we were
Okay.
last year. Some of those, can be tied to the pandemic, and others it's hard to say. This is a very difficult situation for us as adults to grasp and really work through. And
Yeah.
I think for so many in the community, there's no end in sight to this. Usually, if we know we're faced with something, hard, and we know, okay, if I can just get through this, then we'll be okay.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
no this right now, there's no
Yeah.
getting through it, there's no end in sight, and it's just touches the youth in so many different ways. They're missing out on opportunities they're never going to get back. They're isolated from friends and family sometimes, things, their outlets of and healthy coping mechanisms that may have been group activities before, those are limited. So there's a number of reasons, but really the overall anxiety, stress, and just that can lead to depression is certainly playing a factor.
Yeah. And I feel like too, I mean, we've got just like a minute left, but I when you said the youth, I kind of focused on that. And
Yeah.
I remember being a youth, and I actually remember having suicidal thoughts and thoughts of depression. And, here I am at age 54, and my life has just expanded, and it's been a lot of ups and downs, but I'm in such a great place. So when you're young,
Mm-hmm.
how do you speak to that young person that there's so much more.
Yeah.
There's just so much more. And so
Yeah. It
just,
is hard for them to see that, and and their youth can be very impulsive, and just their brains aren't developed fully yet, and so they have a hard time grasping the reality that there is more beyond this, and that we will get through this. Maybe the controversies that they faced in their young lives so far haven't been anything like this that they've had to experience. I mean, none of us have experienced anything quite like this, but so just helping them understand, helping them learn ways to cope with that, and most importantly, connecting them to people that can help, because they're not alone in that.
yeah. All right, Julia, thank you so much for joining
Yeah, thank
today.
you.
Your organization does so much good in our community, and I just appreciate it so much. So
Yeah, thank you.
you're welcome, and wishing you a happy holiday.
You too, and everybody else, happy holidays.